hi everyone. Can you hear me?
Got a slight lag lah, but there.
Hello. Hi everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Jams Time with Glenn, episode 6. While waiting for the rest, we will help us to share out the video if you can. Today we're going to have a lot of interesting topic that we're going to share, so get more people to come in and join us. Hello Yvonne, hello Samantha, hello Diana. We have quite a fair bit of people today. So I hope that this is already our episode 6. So for those who have actually been following us for the last few episodes, I hope that you guys actually like our content. So the purpose for this video, if you ask me, basically is we wanted to touch more people with slightly a different approach instead of the typical product selling part that people are actually doing right now in the market, right? We are trying to share more information, knowledge, and at the same time, have more interaction with people who love gemstones and looking at how you can leverage on all this energetic minerals to help yourself to become either more positive or actually leveraging on this positive energy to bring forth a better life in your daily lives. So while waiting for the rest of the people, please help me to share out the video. We're going to also give away some interesting gifts other than the digital gifts that we are giving since episode 5. Today we are also going to give away some attractive prizes. So do stay with us till end of the whole session. So as you can see, today's topic, right, is pretty interesting. Other than talking about just purely on crystals, we are also actually talking about sound frequencies. So I will really zoom in to touch a little bit more in terms of how we can leverage on this sound frequencies to bring forth a totally different aspect to your space, especially at home or even around your office or a place where you rest and relax. So these are important because we are trying to share with people how you can actually leverage on all these beautiful sound frequencies to heal your energetic level. Hi everyone, for those who have just joined us, welcome to Gems Time with Glenn episode 6. So please help me to share out the video and to invite all your friends to join us. We are going to have a 1-hour session starting from 9:30 to 10:30. So before we actually go into the actual content, so just do help me to share out to invite more people to come in. Hello, hi Lillian. I have quite a fair bit of people now watching with us already. So please feel free to leave your comments on our chat box here. So just ask any questions if you like, during the session later while I'm sharing. So if you do have any queries, anything, just feel free to post, because later part, right, we're going to actually ask some questions. So you may actually stand a chance to win attractive prizes from this live session. So do stay with us throughout the whole session. Okay, so now we have about almost close to 20 packs. So we will start probably in a while. So for those who are here and just join us, right? So this is one of the live program that we have started since February. So what we are doing is actually we try to share information and knowledge via Facebook Live to people who are interested and keen to find out more on how all these natural gemstones can help bring forth positivity and also to help balance your energetic level on a daily basis. So there's a lot of myth and a lot of different content that are out in the market, talking about various gemstones, and we are pretty much very lucky because we have a lot more information nowadays compared to many years back, where we nowadays we just need to Google and we can just search for anything up there. You can find a lot of more information pertaining to all these minerals and gemstones. So but there are also a lot of other people who are still learning and they are still starting to connect to all these mother nature essences. So with this episode, right, we try to actually bring forth a totally different context to help people to understand them, by bringing them functionally to their lives, and how you can use or have all these gemstones and minerals to help you. So we are going to talk about today's topic, right? Just to give you a quick introduction for those who have just joined us, right? We are going on to episode 6 for Gems Time with Glenn today. So the key topic for today we are talking about is how do you bless your own space with crystals and sound frequency. So for those who are first time here, right, I just like to give a quick introduction of myself. My name is Glenn. I'm the founder for Gem Story. So we have been around since 2013. So for people who have been following us for a while, right, we started out our first pushcart at Bugis Junction, and that's the part where we started to connect to more people and where we get to actually share the stories behind all those beautiful gemstones and their healing properties to people who have actually come to us and to purchase any of the crystals that they have gotten from us in the past. So we have actually since then built a long way to today. We are already almost 6 years old, so 2013, 2019, and we hope to actually do it as long as we can, to bring more stories to all people who are in love with gemstones and crystals. So as you can see, right, I'm a crystals evangelist. I love crystals definitely, and my passion for crystals is never going to be something that it's hard for me to share and explain in just a few words. But I work a lot more with gemstones and crystals and minerals because I believe in the positivity and positive energy from all these natural gemstones, and with them around, to a certain extent we can feel and leverage on all these high frequency energies in our daily life, right, to bring forth a lot of differences. So of course, people who are new, you might be thinking, hey, you know what, whether these are all myth or is it something that is true? But of course, try it out personally. Get a gemstone for yourself. Connect to the energy. You will realize that they are very, very different as compared to what you used to think about them. I used to be a skeptic, and I used to be, in my 8 to 5 job, and sometimes if you ask me for the last 6 years how I have been evolving and what I've evolved to today, right? It's kind of like unbelievable because I've never thought that I'll be doing this business or even doing what I'm doing, but because due to this whole entire passion that I had subsequently that I developed, right, with all these gemstones, I realized that they're really powerful and they really help to a certain extent. You can actually use all these minerals and gemstones to really change your life in a certain ways. Okay, so today's topic, right, basically earlier I did mention we are talking about sound healing, sound frequency, and also how you can use crystals and sound to create a blessed space or even to raise the energetic level of your living space. So anyone who have just joined us, right, please help us to like and share. Thanks Samantha, thanks for helping to share. And of course, for those who have just joined us, today's topic is pretty much very straightforward. Later, we will be also doing some live demo to teach you what are some of the healing sound frequency. We can produce sound using different tools, different approach. So just stay tuned with us and connect with all these beautiful sound frequencies later. So topic today is pretty much very simple. We're just going to talk about what is sound healing, how sound healing can help, to bring forth a totally different context when you talk about using sound on the daily lives, to balance, to relax, to de-stress, etc. And then what are some of the types of sound healing, benefits of sound healing, and we will talk about a little bit on the solfeggio frequency or solfeggio frequency. These are actually music, very beautiful music that people used to play, or in fact more and more people are using them to cleanse their space, to create a very nice relaxing ambience in their own house. So later we will introduce some of all these solfeggio frequencies and how to energize your space with crystals and sound frequency. So along the way, right, if you have any questions or any comment, please feel free to actually comment on our comment box. And at the same time, right, for those people who drop a comment and go with us to the end of the whole session, right, we will be actually giving away a lot of attractive prizes. So for the last 5 episodes, we have been giving quite a fair bit of different freebies and also the digital giveaway. Digital giveaway today, we're going to actually give you an ebook to talk about how you can use sound frequency in your daily lives. So just continue to stay with us until the end. Okay, for those people who are join us, right? Renee, Jess, Kaining, welcome. Help me to like and share out to all your friends. Thanks. Okay, so we will go in right to today's first topic. We talk about what is sound frequency. So as you guys know that there are a lot of various sound that's actually available right now in our daily life and common space, right? But as you can see, sound healing has always been something that it is a very therapeutic approach that uses aspect of either music or different harmonics frequency to improve your physical and emotional health, of course overall well-being. So if you talk about the different types of sound therapy that we see in the market, there are quite a fair bit of different types that we can look at. That includes, of course, vibrational sound therapy, which are they are used specially right using sound that produce vibration, right, thought to improve actually our brain waves frequency. So as you know that when we actually talk about our brain wave is slightly complex, right? But most people, just to put it in a very layman term, sometimes if you feel that you have difficulty sleeping at night, right? Sometimes if you are very hyper or you always feel that it's very difficult for you to calm your energy down, so there could be something wrong with your brainwave frequency. So it could be too hyper, or it could be either easily affected or very sensitive. So we normally can actually use sound frequency to come in, to soothe and to recalibrate or to balance bring down your sound wave frequency level. So these are ways that we can do using vibrational sound therapy. And then of course healing with sound is also believed, right, dated back since ancient Greek time. In Greece, right, where music waves are used as an attempt to cure mental disorder. So if you think about playing music to mental patients or even people who are suffering from depression, or even when you're feeling down, when you're feeling unhappy, you realize sometimes when you play a certain music or when you listen to your favorite songs or even very therapeutic music, right, you feel calmer, you feel more happy, and you feel more chill. So there's a reason why all this music are available and why people are connected to all these beautiful sound frequencies. So to a certain extent, it really relieves certain stress and tension in our psychological aspect, especially if you talk about when you are very stressed out sometimes. So try to actually leverage on all this beautiful sound frequency produced by music or previous songs that you love. You can use them and leverage on them. And more recently, right, research has also shown that music linked to a number of health benefits as well. If you actually talk about a lot of studies or even research that people have shared, right, there are evidence to show that the having music around us, right, actually help us to boost our immunity function, lowering our stress level, and at the same time improve the health of especially some premature babies as well. So you see, babies are actually pure. They're newborn and they're very sensitive to actually sound as well. So you see, there are tendency for babies to even connect to very sensitive sounds around. So these are reasons why sometimes we can use music, right, even before they are born. In the mommy tummy, right, you can let them actually listen to some very nice soothing music, or even by talking to them, actually they are pretty sensitive. They can even pick up. Okay. Hi, Gerald, long time no see. Yes, really long time no see. Hello, Jaslyn, welcome. So we just started. Hi, Jenny, welcome. Help me to like and share, please. Okay, so we are talking about sound healing therapy today. So if you're keen to stay on to find out more, right, just continue to stay with us. Yeah, there are a lot more information that we're going to share today. So coming back, right, so earlier I was mentioning about the different types of sound healing methods. So sound healing actually may involve, right, a few different approach that we can actually look at. For example, right, earlier I did mention, when you listen to music, when you listen to your favorite song, sound is actually converted into all these various beautiful music around us, where it resonates with us as we listen to all these beautiful harmonics. And we can also leverage by singing or chanting along with the music. So can you imagine that for singers, people who are given the ability to sing and to actually transfer their energy via your throat chakra, right, to people around. It is very healing and therapeutic approach. So other than you are healing someone, you are also healing yourself. That's why you see nowadays, right? Sometimes if you realize, why is it that I think in the past, maybe since where there are karaoke, right? A lot of people love to sing and go karaoke because when they go karaoke, they actually discharge and they'll feel more relief during when they're very stressed down at certain stages. Because when you're singing, right, you're literally discharging all the negative energy that's within the body. And sometimes when you actually sing your favorite song, why is it that some songs are tendency easily to touch people, to touch people's heart, and you may sometimes sing until sometimes you cry and you actually go in very emotional, because all these songwriters, right, they have an ability to connect and to actually bring out this sound frequency harmonics to the next level, to deep drill into individuals' emotional aspect. Even we talk about the chakras energy, right? How all this beautiful harmonics music that they've written, right, can connect to people. And then the next thing is that if you see classical music, a lot of classical musicians, they are born with very, very good talent. So you look at the way how they write their classical piece, right? It's actually amazing because all this art piece that they actually created can, since so many years down, right? Maybe you talk about the ancient time, all the musical pieces till now, right? People are still connecting to them. So why? Because it actually transcends through timeline where all the beautiful classical pieces, the music are actually being able to connect even to people in the modernized society. Imagine how powerful all this can be. So when we talk about singing, when we talk about chanting along, even mantras, when people chant mantras, it is also part of a healing process. So when we actually recite the mantras, in different tones, there are different ways you can actually amplify the energy level from all these mantras. So these are very, very, very powerful. So these are part of the sound healing process that we can look at. So next thing is that we go about moving to the beat of the music. When we talk about the beat of the music, people like to dance, right? Last time in the younger period, I'm not too sure if you guys actually go disco, go to the pub, or even go to places where you will dance with those very techno music or whichever, right? So these are things which help people, while moving with the beats of those music, right? You help to actually bring relaxation, and also some people, while they are doing the music, right, they are dancing with the beats and whichever, they instantaneously, right, feel relaxed and they like it a lot. So these are actually also examples, evidences that you can actually see, right, that why is it that people are always leveraging on all this beautiful sound music frequencies. It can be like a very soothing music, it can be a classical music, it could be also music that is actually like very upbeat, so it uplifts your whole entire energetic level. Then the next thing that we talk about is meditating with music. Let me drink some water first. Meditation with music is also very interesting, because when we meditate, we play very soothing, high frequency level music which help us to relax and to calm down at that instance. So it actually brings us to another level of relaxation, or we talk about a mental state where it actually connects us to a very stable and anchored mind. So this music are actually generally more high frequencies, and later I will be introducing some of the music also as well, so you can actually reference them and use them daily if you like. So we can leverage on all this meditation music as well to calm and actually bring peace to our overreactive mind. And next thing that we talk about is playing instrument. So for people who play instrument, people out there who are instrumentalists, playing the keyboard, playing the guitar, even if we talk about playing drums, nowadays people like to play cajon, a lot of different musicians out there. They are potential healers as well. People who are musically inclined, right, if you ask me, right, they are blessed with a certain level of vibration frequency, because they are able to connect and to able to deliver this beautiful sound resonance harmonics, right, to people around and to heal people around. That's why people who perform, people who are out there, singing, they have got another level of vibration as compared to people who are probably not musically inclined. There's certainly a difference in terms of this group of people. So recently, as you know, some people who know me, right, I've been actually actively singing and performing and actually doing it is because I felt that it's a good way also for me to relax and calm myself down at the same time, right, on our daily lives where we are so busy, right, just find some anchor point. It is very effective, in fact, if you ask me. So picking up an instrument, sometimes, just when you feel stressed out, when you feel very overwhelmed, sometimes just go to, just pick up an instrument and take some lessons, be it keyboard, be it guitar, be it everything. You can find that there could be a very big difference when you actually start doing all this, because it is just a way to bring yourself out from all those very hectic and stressful life and condition you into a more calm, stable, but yet higher frequency level to bring a lot of difference when you compare to just focusing just on work and on your whatever daily things that you're facing. So try it out, connect to all this sound, because these sound are literally very, very useful if you talk about having them around us. Then we talk about the next thing that we are going to share, the types of sound therapy. So earlier I did mention that there are various types of sound therapy in the market or in the society right now. People who are actually more skilled towards maybe more scientific aspect, and we talk about also the holistic aspect. So there are different ways that we can actually use sound frequency. So people who are out there, maybe you all can type something also instead of me chatting, right? What are some of the sound therapy that you guys may know in the market or you have experienced before? Share with me or share with people around who are watching. Just type in the comment box, right? And tell us, what are some of the sound therapy that you have experienced before, or even you yourself, maybe you are one of the sound therapy healer. Can just share with us, just feel free to interact, share and tell us, are there any sound therapy techniques or even things that you're doing right now, or even are you attending any classes? Yeah, just feel free to type. Okay, so but while doing that, right, you can just use us as a reference, because I'll be sharing maybe the first thing that most people you probably will know in terms of sound therapy, right? Earlier I did mention guided meditation. Guided meditation is actually a form of sound healing in which you meditate, right, to the voice instruction of the guide, of the teacher or the guru who is actually leading the meditation. And this meditation can also involve, right, earlier, like I did point out, chanting, like chanting a mantra, repeating a mantra or prayers, or even, right, sitting out there, because as you listen to the instructions of the guided meditation instructor, the sound from the instructor will bring calmness and peace to you also. So it's pretty interesting. Oh yeah, correct. Drumming is one of them. Victoria, you mentioned drumming is actually also a very interesting method that you can do, because in the ancient shamanic, we talk about shamans, right? They actually use drum to connect, with the elemental world, and to actually bring a certain level of frequency as well for healing therapy. Okay, so guided meditation is one of it. I'm sure that people are using different ways in their career, especially people who are here right now, right? Definitely, I see people saying using tuning fork. Yeah, Patrina say using tuning fork. Kai Ning say using conch. What's conch actually? Oh, the like a shell like that, right? Yeah. Wow, that one is actually pretty interesting. It's the first time that I heard, using this. Yeah. Cheryl, you say mentioning using YouTube videos of sound frequency. Yes, this is the thing that later we will be sharing also, the sulfur frequency music, also some of the sound frequencies that are pretty interesting, and I will tell you some of the secret behind all these sound frequencies. Just stay tuned with us. Okay, so guided meditation is one thing which I've actually mentioned. Then the next thing that we talk about is, of course, neurologic music therapy. Music therapy, in fact, earlier when I shared, right, can reduce stress and also promote relaxation. It is also something that involves creating, listening, singing, or moving with the music. So when we talk about neurologic music therapy, earlier I did mention a very layman simple thing is that you go karaoke and sing. You actually maybe go sing in a public place, or even at home, when you sing in your bathroom or whichever. So all these are ways that you can actually use neurologic music therapy to relieve stress. Yeah, so at the end of the day is that as long as you can connect and resonate and sing along with the music harmony or whichever that is played, right, you are already set in to that healing process. So you may be asking me, right, then how about for those people who can't sing, or people who are like maybe tone deaf, or even when they actually cannot even follow the harmonics? Of course, there are people out there who really can't sing, but you see, the thing is that they can listen. They can hear and listen to the music and to the song, or even if let's say they can't sing, right, but they still resonate with the harmonics and the very beautiful music itself. So it will still soothe and calm down their overall. That means they can still absorb and actually leverage on all this positive aspect. Okay, so next we talk about vibroacoustic therapy. So vibroacoustic therapy is actually a scientific term, of course, but in layman, right, they uses audible sound vibration to improve health and to reduce stress, involves transmission of music, of sound, vibration directly into the body. Later, I'll be demonstrating some methods. So this vibroacoustic therapy, right, actually is linked to an example later. I think I'm going to share. We talk about using Om tuning fork. This pulsation can actually be sent directly to the body, and the vibration itself is actually a low resonance vibration. Later, I will also use this special setup. We have this very sensitive what's this?
Condenser.
We actually set up, today our producer actually set up a condenser mic here. So maybe we can do some ASMR test later by showing you, right, that very sensitive sound that's produced by the Om tuning fork. So these are, we call it vibroacoustic therapy. Okay, then we go in, right, to singing bowl therapy. So singing bowl therapy is something also very interesting because, as you can see nowadays, people are attending sound healing workshops or even singing bowl workshops, because there are various singing bowls that actually vibrate, right, at certain frequency level that is actually in association with the chakras, and also helping individual, right, to help to heal and balance their chakras while attending all this workshop. So singing bowl therapy actually dates back, right, since the 12th century, and it has been actively used in rituals, meditation, even using the Tibetan singing bowl in the Tibetan culture. And these metal bowls actually produce a very deep, penetrating sound that is used to relax, and it helps to repair our overall mind and energetic level. But recently, in the recent, I should say, years, right, more and more people are using singing bowl therapy, and singing bowl therapy can actually be something interesting because it will help to produce slightly different sounds as compared to the metallic ones. So you can see that there's actually a bowl here. This is actually made of crystal. So this is actually a quartz crystal singing bowl. So when we actually strike it, so it produces a very soothing resonance. So when you strike it and then you rub around, it produces a very soothing resonance frequency, as you can see. So this is actually used either for cleansing crystals, or you can use it as well for sound therapy healing. So it's very powerful, and later we will talk more about this singing bowl. Okay, then we talk about, of course, the tuning fork therapy. Earlier, Patrina did mention about tuning fork. Yes, of course, tuning fork is actually also, it actually comes in various frequency level. So when we talk about maybe a simple crystal tuning fork, 4096C, right, it's actually used for cleansing crystals. It produces a frequency like this. So you can hear the very soothing frequency. This is actually a C note, right? 8 to the power of 9. 8 is the fundamental mid-tone frequency for Earth pulsating, and then to the power of 9, which is 9 octave high. So it's very sharp. So you can use it to cleanse your crystals, and you can use it also to swing around to cleanse your space. So it's pretty much easy to use and very light. And some people, they actually like this sound because it's very soothing to hear. So when you feel sometimes very uptight, very stressed, and very frustrated, right, you just find a quiet space, and then calm yourself down, strike the frequency, and you just go around by listening to the entrail of this tuning fork frequency. It will sort of like bring you back to that equilibrium mode. Okay? And next we talk about, of course, the last part, the brainwave entrainment. When we talk about brainwave entrainment, right, we talk about the binaural beats that it's stimulated. It's actually helping our brain, right, to go into a specific state using pulsing sound. That means the pulsation of the sound that's created, right? It helps to encourage your brainwave to align to the frequency of the beat. So we talk about this binaural beats, right? You can actually Google or even look for them in YouTube. There's certain frequency that is in this format and this harmonic. It will help to enhance actually focus, entrance focus and entrance state to bring relaxation, especially for sleep. So for people who have insomnia, for people who have difficulty at night sleeping, right, you can try playing this music before you sleep, to try and see if it actually helps, right, to bring you to that soothing relaxation manner. So this is what we call brainwave entrainment. So you can actually also Google about them. But all this information later will be available in our digital book lah. So just stay tuned with us and to try to get the digital book later at the end of the session. So you can go in and take a look at what are some of the interesting content that you can use it. Just zoom down to the specific therapy that you're interested in. Or if not, right, just feel free again to type whatever that you want to find out here and share it with us. So for people who have just joined us, I saw quite a fair bit. Hi Guang Wei, hi Elizabeth, Derek, Josephine, Chun Kiet, everyone, hi, hello. So we are talking about sound healing today, using sound and also using different frequencies, right, to actually create a space, and also using crystals to create space. Okay, so we are going to our next topic, benefits of sound healing. So as you can see earlier, we have actually mentioned quite a fair bit of the different types of sound healing, and also how all this sound healing, right, can be introduced by using various methods. So of course, what are the benefits that we can talk about when we talk about using the various sound harmonics or frequencies? A lot of research has shown, in fact, that using sound healing, you can lower stress level. People who are nowadays constantly being stressed out in their working environment, in their daily lives, you can consider, looking at how sound can actually help. And coupled with, of course, crystals, these two can actually help to bring forth a totally different context. You can really feel a shift, a difference after you start actually using them. And then it helps also to decrease mood swings. Why? Because when you have sound therapy coming in to help to soothe and calm your mind, tendency for you to actually you will be able to start to feel better. So you'll realize that your mood swing stage will start to change and whichever. Hi Pearly, hi Tricia, welcome for those who have just joined us. Lower blood pressure. So this is something that you can explore, especially people who are taking high blood pressure medication, etc. Right? Try to listen to some soothing music at home, or even when you have opportunity, right? Try to attend some sound healing workshops or classes, and see if that helps to actually, right, bring forth a change in your health, in terms of blood pressure and even cholesterol level. And the next thing is that also some of the research has also shown that it actually help to teaches pain management. Meaning to say that if you have like certain achings, certain pains, in your body or whichever, all this pulsation, right, by sending in the direct pulsation frequency into a specific meridian point, it actually loosen and help to ease some of the aches and pain that you are actually encountering, due to maybe certain injuries or even due to certain problems in your body, right? So we can send in all this pulse into the various acupuncture or meridian points, and these are proven because they are already existing practitioner. If you talk about Chinese medical researcher, right, they are using electro pulse, into the acupuncture needle to actually help to release certain tension and certain aches for some of the treatments. So these pulses are typically vibration frequencies, as you can see. It's just that they exist in vibration form, pulsating form. And then of course we talk about improved sleep, definitely, because nowadays people are finding a lot of effective music, soothing meditation music, or even music that you can find on YouTube, right? So if you really go and Google and look at the YouTube search, right, most of the track right now are easily clock millions. The views and the rate is easily millions. People are using it every day. At night, just before they sleep, you can actually use the sound frequency to create a high frequency space, a relaxation space where it helps to sleep if let's say you have this problem. Okay, so any questions? I've been talking for a while already, so let me just drink some water while, can feel free to type at your comment box because later we are going to go into some demonstration as well. I'm going to go on to the next topic already. So for those people who are still here, yeah. So later I'll be talking about solfeggio frequencies. So I believe for those people who have attended our workshop before, some already got exposed to all this beautiful music that I've shared before. But later part, I will also be touching a little bit, not too in-depth because today's session is just introductory. In fact, just to share with everyone what are some of these frequencies that you can use or you can check it out. Simply just, you can find them in our Gem Story YouTube playlist, which I've selected, some of the interesting harmonics frequency in different hertz that actually catered for different purpose. So later we will run through it with you. You can actually use this as a reference. Okay. Okay, so going in, right, before we start to zoom in down to the solfeggio frequency, we talk about vibrations. So sound are vibration. Vibration is actually everything around us. Everything, every single object, living object vibrates at a certain frequency level. So it's just that because our physical eye cannot actually see or detect the vibration of every individual. But if you talk about the actual vibration frequencies, every vibration has its own unique frequency. By exposing the mind and the body to all these frequencies, especially we talk about solfeggio, you can actually easily achieve a greater sense of balance and also deep healing. So if you talk about the solfeggio frequency, right, that aligns you with the rhythms and the tones that forms the basis of the universe, there are various different frequencies in different tones that is set forth, and how you can leverage on them to use to heal yourself. You can actually talk about them, by sharing with them to your loved ones, to your friends. If you see people around having a lot of challenges, feeling, unable to sleep at night or even feeling stressed out, right, just feel free to introduce to them some of all these beautiful musics. Allow them to try it out and test it out. So there are actually 6 missing tones of the ancient solfeggio scale. So when we talk about solfeggio, right, how do we spell this? S-O-L-F-E-G-G-I-O, solfeggio. Solfeggio scale, right, it's actually pretty simple. People who study music, if you are actually musically inclined, right, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? So actually solfeggio contain the 6 different missing tone, that is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Every note has got a cycle and vibrates at a specific hertz. When we talk about do, at a different specific octave, the cycles is actually at 369 hertz. And this has got effect for 369 hertz, right, that can use to specially, right, aid in liberation of fear and guilt. So this 396 hertz is do. Then we talk about subsequently re. Re is actually cycling at 417 hertz. It helps facilitate change and also undo situation. Then we have mi. So mi actually cycles at 528 hertz. It aids in transformation and miracles and also for DNA repair. Later all this, right, you just take it as a reference because we will go in deep down a little bit to talk about and I will share with you also the how it sounds like, we talk about the different scale in different hertz. And then fa. So fa is at 639 hertz. Helps to connect and aids in relationship, more for your heart chakra. Then so, cycle at 741 hertz, helps with your intuition. Then la at 852 hertz, it helps you to return to your spiritual order, which is more higher frequency. Then of course we have T. T is about the next 963 hertz. So all these different tones itself, right, has got different purpose. You can use it, on a different way. So we go in next. We talk about meditation with solfeggio or solfeggio frequencies, right? are reputed to be original frequency used by the Gregorian monks. In the ancient time, right, Gregorian monks actually they do chanting. So there's a specific chanting methods or a sequence that they will actually sing in order, right, to allow the mantras to be generating very powerful resonance. So that's why you see that some people, especially in the temple or if let's say in the religion context, right, when they chant mantra, right, it's very powerful. You know, sometimes you can literally just feel goosebumps, you know, by hearing some of the mantras because the tone that they use, the frequencies that they are actually emitting is actually in retrospect with a standard, you know, formula. We talk about a standard flow that creates that resonance. So it will actually raise the overall frequency level as we chant the mantra, and that helps to actually connect to a higher level of frequency out there. And the chant is based on original 6 tones we have just mentioned. You know, 396417, 528, 639, 741, and 852. But there are actually a total of 9 solfeggio frequencies. So the one that I just mentioned, right, is more commonly used, right, in chanting, in, you know, like various rituals, religion context. But of course, nowadays in the modern society, so some people who are more agnostic, right, may not want to listen to mantras or even chanting, right? So what they do is that they have converted all these frequencies into sound harmonics, and it actually occurs, right, in music form, which is very, very soothing. So these are also ways that you can connect to all this resonance frequency, right? If you are not someone who is into mantra chanting or even not doing any other, you know, religious related kind of practice, so you can leverage also on all these beautiful, powerful solfeggio frequencies. So these original frequencies are said to have been lost over centuries. And with the introduction of various new tuning methods, right, and how scientists has effectively discovered that they can translate all these frequencies into various form in representation, you know, in music harmonics. And that's very interesting. Because if you talk about sound music harmonics, right, a certain wavelength of different spectrum frequencies, right, actually translate into a beautiful sound. So if you talk about mathematics, we talk about integration, differentiation, the way how we actually normalize all the harmonics frequency, we can actually produce different wavelength of sound frequency. So these are pretty much very interesting. So there are actually 6 electromagnetic sound frequency, which is determined, right, to be the 6 missing tone as earlier I mentioned. So this electromagnetic sound frequency, right, is what I've mentioned earlier, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. And then they are rediscovered by this scientist, Dr. Joseph Barber, who said that to have been guided intuitively to find a pattern of a 6 repeating code in the book of numbers. And these are all associated with certain secret of the numbers. People who play music, if you know inversion, right? So actually the hertz that you actually look at, 369, 417, all this, there are different inversion. That's why later when I show you the 9 solfeggio frequency, you may find it very amazing because there are various way that you can discover certain secret in all these patterns, which I wouldn't want to go into deep because this is a little bit too over lah. So you guys might be lost. So anyway, so there's another doctor, right? Dr. Leonard Horowitz, right? They spent 3 years researching for these 6 tones, and they found out, right, that there are certain healing ability. The healing codes for all this, they call it the book that's titled Healing Codes for the Biological Apocalypse. You can check this book out. It's quite interesting. So this book actually states that solfeggio frequency, right, they are extremely unique in a series of new Bible codes, reportedly related to ancient music and physics of creation. And this has been discovered by a physician by the name of Clark Fogg. So all these are all documented in the ancient time, where if you go and zoom in to look at what they have actually discovered, it's pretty interesting. And they also talk about new revelation, right? They found that the book of numbers include mathematical electromagnetic frequency code also for miracles, and it's a blueprint for genetic life, help in repair damaged DNA. So all these are all available, but the thing is that nobody knows, because these are all deep secret, that how all these sound harmonics can be so powerful to help people. Oh, sorry. You look tired, time to sleep, huh? Yes. So Elaine, you want to come and check me out here or not, to help me since you say I look tired. Yeah. you know, because the whole entire session here, we actually take quite a long time to prepare. So that's why sometimes if you ask me, right, there's a lot of things, you see that, you know, outside here is only 1 hour, but actually we did quite a fair bit of work to do research at the same time, right, to make sure that we want to give you all some interesting information. So coming back, right, so the 9 solfeggio frequencies that we talked about earlier, the 6th one, now we are talking about the 9 solfeggio frequencies, which is coming out, right. We are going to actually show it to you on the screen right now. So just take a look. There are basically 9 different sets of solfeggio frequencies. So take a look at this chart that I'm going to show here. Later I'm going to actually also play the music to share with you the kind of solfeggio frequency harmonics that you can listen. So if you have any interesting, if you think that some of the music actually connects and resonate with you, right, just let me know. I will share with you what are some of the hertz that you can connect to and why is it that you actually like the sound. So we will play a series of 9 different sets of frequencies for you towards the end. Okay, while waiting for, so you can see, right, okay, now on the screen here you can see the different a chart that I display, the 9 solfeggio frequencies. Are you able to see? Okay, there's some lag here. Okay, so I will zoom in down, right, to look at the different kind of solfeggio frequencies that you can see here, starting from 174 Hertz, right, all the way to 963 Hertz. So why is it that these 9 frequencies are specially selected, right, to even share, to allow people to use them in our daily lives, because it has got a certain healing context to help people. So if you talk about zooming in down, right, you know, if you talk about the first set of frequency, 174 Hertz, right, this is actually a natural anesthetic because it helps in pain relief. It gives the organ a sense of safety, love, and security. So it's more for your lower chakras. And we talk about lower chakras, we talk about anchoring, grounding, deep relaxation. So for lower frequencies, solfeggio frequencies, most people they link it to the root, the anchor, more of the lower chakra. And then if you talk about later on, I will also talk to you about the inversion, which you will see why is it that it's actually so special. So we'll run down the list. So 285 Hertz, right, actually talks about healing and regeneration of the tissues. Restructure damaged organ by sending message to the tissue, bringing them to original form. So people who are actually recovering, let's say, from certain illnesses, let's say you have people, sorry? Yeah, okay, maybe we can play the 174 Hertz to let you all hear. And you all can compare the difference as I move on. So we will now play the 174 Hertz frequency for you all to listen. Can you all hear? If you all can hear, just reply at the chat group. Can you all hear? So this is actually 174 Hertz. If you all can hear, just help me to respond a bit. Okay, this is 174 Hertz. So now we'll go into the next one, which is 285 Hertz. Okay, so you can see 285. 285 actually heals and regenerates tissues, restructure damaged organs by sending messages to tissues, bringing them back to original form. Okay, so this is actually slightly higher frequency. If you can hear the resonance, right, it's actually shifted to a higher frequency level. So as we progress up to the 9th frequency, right, you will sense that the pitch and the tone gets higher and higher in terms of pitch. And you can choose something that resonates with you, right, to play along, or even just before you sleep, listen to them. It's actually pretty therapeutic. Okay, now we'll move on to 396 Hertz. So 396 Hertz, right, it's more towards your power to your goals. So most probably it's all associated more towards your solar plexus energy. Eradicates the feeling of guilt and even the guilt residing deep in subconscious mind. Okay? So we talk about 396. So now playing in the background is 396 Hertz frequency. So it gives power to your goals, eradicates the feeling of guilt, even the guilt residing deep in subconscious mind. Okay? So now we go on to the next higher level of frequency, 417 Hertz. So 417 Hertz actually removes negativity and helps to, eliminate the negative energy from the body, the home, and the office. So people who are actually looking at cleansing your home and your space, right? You can consider playing 417 Hertz around your space. So when I do house cleansing, normally I will choose 417 Hertz. So at home, sometimes if you feel that the space is very negative, a lot of people bringing back a lot of negativity, right? Even in your room or even in the office, if you think, of course, office, if it's an open space, of course you can do that. But if it's your own private space, right, you can just play very light 417 Hertz around you. It will help to cleanse and disperse out the negative energy around. So this is quite interesting because a lot of people actually are looking at cleansing their space to eliminate all the lower vibes or negative energy. So you can consider playing the 417 Hertz right around your space. It is pretty effective if you ask me, because I've been using it for house cleansing for a while. So just play for like 10 to 15 minutes, or even you can even play for a few hours. It's fine because one clip itself can last for some 9 hours. The clip that I'm actually showing, you can go to our YouTube link, right, and click on the Sophia frequency the playlist. Later I will show you, right. Every clip is about 9 hours. You can actually play throughout the night. Okay, so we go into the next frequency, 528. 528 frequency helps to return human DNA to its original perfect state. It brings clarity of mind, awareness, awaken, and also activate your creativity. So this 528 frequency, as you see, frequencies get higher and higher, right? So you see that the simulation of the whole entire human consciousness level actually also raised to another extent. So this one helps with more clarity. So you talk about people who are always feeling very clogged out, very hard to make decision, always very cluttered with a lot of decision making. You are always procrastinating, right? Try to listen to 528. It will help bring clarity to the mind and help you to raise your awareness and also awaken and activate, let's say, your creativity. Okay, so the current frequency that's playing right now in the background is 528 Hertz. Okay, next we talk about 639 Hertz. 639 Hertz actually talks about enable creation of harmonious interpersonal relationships. So this tone can be used for dealing with relationship problem, those in family, between partners and friends. So if you have actually issues with family and you want to bring the harmonious energy back to a space, right, you can continue actually playing 639, or even in the family, in the living space, just play this frequency and this sound around, and try it out and see whether you can feel something different. So okay, this is 639. So as you can see, as we progress from 174 all the way now to 639, right, the frequency harmonic starts to change. It starts to actually goes higher and higher. So you can even hear. So some of us, a lot of customers did share with me that, as they play, right, sometimes certain harmonics frequencies sound very spooky to them. So they don't really feel comfortable listening to them. And some even shared with me saying that, they felt headache and they felt like, very, very overwhelmed. So choose something that resonates with you, because not everyone is vibrating at that set of frequency. So if it's too overpowering or if it's too unstable, right, try to choose something that's suitable for you. Okay, so next, the last three frequency we talk about, 741 Hertz. 741 actually talks more on the cell regeneration, detoxification of the organs. So this is more pertaining to helping you, right, in detox. So people who have got like maybe let's say sometimes if you feel constipated, right, you have constipation, and if you feel that sometimes there's a lot of toxic and toxin in you, right, you can actually listen to this 741 because it helps with detox. Okay, so the background music that's playing right now is 741 Hertz. Okay, so we are going back now to the last two frequency. So later I will tell you the secret behind this set of 9 frequencies. You may be staring at the screen right now, right, with all the frequency. Anyone who actually can spot, right, the secret behind these sets of number, right, you know, I will actually award you with a prize. Okay, something that is actually for me to start connecting and awarding. Okay, while I'm playing and all this, right, look at the current 9 sets of frequency from 174 to 963. Anyone can find a pattern or something unique in this 9 sets of frequencies, right, you know, and type it in the comment box, right, I will give you all a special prize that's not in this group today. So see who can spot it and then type it inside. You know, go and stare at all the frequencies that you're looking at right now. 174, 285, 396, 417, 528, 639, 741, 852, and 963. Okay, so while I'm talking, right, y'all can actually start looking at it already. So towards the end, I will give you until my last explanation for 963, right, that I will ask, you know, anyone, the first person who actually write it in, right, you will get a special prize from us. Okay, so coming back, 852 Hertz, it actually awakes inner strength and reserve cell energy. So this will help with your overall energetic level. So as you can see that as you get higher and higher frequency, you know, your whole overall energy level will rise, and that will actually help you also to a certain extent, because people who are tendency to be vibrating at higher frequency, they are always very protected, and at the same time, you know, they're very healthy and they are very conscious. A lot of times, you know, they are always having a lot of inner strength, a lot of willpower, a lot of wisdom to actually do and execute a lot of things. So people sometimes may find that 852 may be a little bit too overpowering for them. You know, sometimes they feel that the frequency is too high, they cannot take it, you know, they feel very overwhelmed. Then if that's the case, right, then don't listen to this set. You know, try something that's suitable for you. Then the last one, of course, is the highest level, which is 963. It helps in all the awakening and intuition part. It actually heightens your intuition. So people who are sensitive, right, of course, sometimes if you realize that there are people who are more intuitive, who are more sensitive, they will find that this frequency actually connects to them and resonates to them very well. So 963 Hertz is one of the frequency that's associated with enlightenment, awakening, you know, helping with enhancing your intuition, and is more related back to our third eye and our crown area, this part of the energy. Okay, so I saw some people say, Felicia was saying that 111 increases. Ryan was saying that repeating numbers in different order. Or some know the answer already, I think, because they attend my workshop before. I already told them before. Rona say numbers are same but change in sequence. Okay, so these are all not wrong, okay, but I want something that you know, earlier I did mention. You know, there's this word that I mentioned. For those people who play music, you might know. So when we talk about, for example, when Ryan mentioned about repeating numbers in different order, what kind of repeating numbers that you talk about? Then Rona say numbers are the same but change in sequence. Yes, definitely you spotted this. So there is a pattern in this 9 sets of Hertz frequency. But why is it? You know, if you actually were to look at these sets of pattern, right, there is a very, very powerful secret behind this. You know, when we talk about, you know, like even Felicia is very sharp. You know, because the differences is all 111. Yeah, this is also true. You know, but why? Why? There's a reason why that all these various frequency hertz are resonating and in these unique patterns. Okay, earlier I did mention about if you are musically inclined, like I say, you know, there are certain things that we do in our chords, right? Chords variation, as you know, right? Like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? You know, why is it that certain chords, you know, no matter how we play, the harmonics is always in resonance. No matter how different we switch the chord, you know, it also still sounds the same. So can anyone tell me that word? If you know that word, right, you just type it in. You know. Yeah, producers say that he also don't know. She also don't know. Yes, but that word, if you are in music, right? Yeah, you play chords, right? You know, chords comprises of 3 notes, right? Correct. So 3 notes, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, the 3 notes. You know, when we switch around, what is that word that normally people will do when they switch? Okay, try.
I know I got pressed.
Nobody want to say anything, huh? Come, I give you all one. Or maybe I should give. Maybe I should tell them. Maybe I should tell them what price I'm giving them, so they are more motivated. Right? Let me see around here whether I can grab something that is unique. Let me see. Since we are talking about sound frequency, right? Let me see, huh? Okay lah. You pass me the fork. Not this one, the small one. I will give a free tuning fork for those people who actually guessed it correctly. A tuning fork. This is where we produce the sound frequency. Okay? Harmonics. No. Harmony. No. Three pitch. No. Okay, I give you another clue. Every chord has got 3 notes. When we actually switch the note around, what is that word? You see, our PD say want to answer but cannot answer because I cannot give her the prize. People who play piano, people who play musical instrument, when we switch the note around, what is it called? I'm sure people here will know. Let me see who is around. Huh? Yeah, just one word need. Just say. Okay, anyway. So still no takers. So the tuning fork will be gone already. So you want a tuning fork. This one retail selling price $38. I'm giving it for free, you know. 9 alphabets. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 alphabets. Come on. Anyone? No more? Okay, so if no more, then I skip. This one I will keep for our next. So I'll give out there. I'll ask my. Yes! Oh, see someone answer already. Wow, Victoria, you are still here. Yes, you actually got the answer right already. Okay, it's inversion. Okay, inversion is actually very interesting because when we talk about inversion, right? Yeah, so you see how amazing part is that when music actually comes into connection, right, with sound and with all the various synchronicities of all the harmonics, right, then you realize that actually they are all interchangeable. And you look at earlier when I mentioned about the previous solfeggio frequency, right, 174, 417, 741, they are all various inversion. When you actually bring the last digit to the front, it becomes the second set of the frequency. And when you bring the final last to the first one, you become 741, which is, it forms a patterns. And actually in inversions, right, we talk about the harmonics pattern, right, it's also the same thing, because everything itself, when we switch around, right, you will always get, for example, 963 minus 693, there's 3, 2, 4. 639 minus 396 is 243. Everything that you actually minus away, right, you will still get back the same numbers. So it's actually pretty amazing. But the key thing about that is not just mathematically of the numbers representation. When you actually zoom it down, right, to all this representation, they will form a pattern. So if you look at Flower of Life, right, how all this geometrical, when we let's say for example, I don't know whether you guys actually saw a video before where they actually put a lot of sand on a drum, right, and then they start to play certain frequency, right, and the sand started to actually form beautiful flowers or beautiful shapes and beautiful geometric shapes, because this frequency itself, right, actually causes the sand to form all those beautiful patterns out. So all these patterns are caused by the vibration from what? From the harmonics and from the sound frequency. So that actually created the physical outlook when we actually talk about the sound frequency that comes out. So you see, when these are in physical form, we can see the patterns itself. So you look at the synchronistic nature of all these numbers, and in relation, right, to frequencies and to sound, they're all interconnected. So it's pretty interesting and pretty straightforward. So when we talk about more deeper context, then of course that part we will talk in deeper to the Metatron scale, etc., which I'm not going to talk about it because it's a little bit too complex over here. So that part, right, if you want, you can kind of attend my workshop, so I'll share with you. So there are a lot more things about this that is very interesting, but because due to time constraint, I'm not going to actually stretch too long. There are quite a lot of information just on this topic itself. Okay, then we talk about, finally, right, overall, when we talk about sound therapy today, of course, earlier I did mention that, why is it that sound, when you actually use it coupled with crystals, it can be very powerful, because crystals has contained certain frequency level that's in association, of course, with the mineral composition and also with the color frequency that's actually attached to this particular mineral piece. And this harmonics frequency, and when it comes into contact with sound, that's why you see why is it that sometimes when we do crystal cleansing, we use a tuning fork or singing bowl. How does sound frequency has an impact on cleansing the crystals? Because it helps to reset the crystal's vibration to the earth pulsating frequency. Every planet has got its own pulsation frequency. So planet Earth, of course, itself has got their own pulsation frequency. So when we talk about pulsation frequency, we talk about 4096, or we talk about 8 to the power of 9 at C note. So this is all the vibration frequency that is in resonance with Earth vibration. So as crystals vibration are part of the Mother Earth, right? So by right, if we were to place them externally in various places where you start to get erratic and you start to get very unstable, we need to constantly cleanse them and reset their frequency back to equilibrium or pulsating frequency. That's why sound is actually a very powerful method when we use a singing bowl or use a tuning fork, because we strike it and produce the resonance and we go around the crystals. This is the part where it helps to bring the crystal's vibration back to the equilibrium pulsating frequency. So as you talk about having crystals around together with beautiful music, beautiful sound around, can you just imagine, right, the space that you're going to be at? How will that be effective and useful, right, to help to rejuvenate or even recalibrate your state of mind and even your whole energetic level as a human being in a particular space? So that's why when we talk about sound healing, when we talk about having all this around us, it is effectively proven that when you have all this crystals or even this tuning those sound frequency that is good for individual, it will definitely bring forth a totally different we talk about calibration to our human energetic level. So if you have a space that is like constantly very low, very dense, and you want to raise the energy, then try sound healing or even sound frequency. You can actually do that. So if you ask me, right, all the minerals and the crystals around you, right, they are vibrating at a specific frequency. Can you imagine that if you play a music of a resonance that helps to also nourish and charge up the natural minerals around you, how would that light energy that is not visible to your eyes help you when they are constantly around you? Just think deeper. Just go and zoom deeper to actually go and think about it. It's actually very, very powerful. That's why you see some people, after connecting to crystals and whichever, they start to actually feel more balanced. Sometimes when they feel very stressed out, they will feel more relaxed. And then coupled with all the various sound frequencies that they can induce to their environment, everything just change. You feel definitely different after having all this new practice, or even you change the way how you create your space. So these are things that you can actually look into lah. Okay, so for those people who are still around here, right, we are going to wrap up very soon. So now it's already about, we are overrun already.
Singing bowl.
Yeah, singing bowl, correct. So now I'm going to actually show you the singing bowl earlier that I did share, right? So it's a crystal singing bowl. So crystal singing bowl, as I mentioned, is actually made of quartz. So when you strike it, so I'm using this in front of this condenser mic. You can hear the frequency. Sorry, too loud. Yeah. So you actually can also produce vibration, right, by rubbing it at the side of the crystal singing bowl. So you hear the sound? Oh, Shirlene has got a question. Can we cleanse the crystals using sound played from our phone instead of tuning fork? Well, this is a very creative way to do it, but personally I would recommend not, because the frequency that is actually generated from your sound, right, it's actually induced from the electronic side. So when we talk about actual pulsation, right, we need to allow the vibration to take place. So when we talk about cleansing, unless you're saying just playing the sound and using the sound harmonics to cleanse is very different. Because when we strike something, let's say a singing bowl or tuning fork, right, the energy is, emitted out in this way. So even a tuning fork, right, when we strike it, even we hear the sound, but the vibration frequency that is generated out from the fork, right, is direct into your crystals, compared to you just play the music. Of course, you can play music to crystals. That one is actually more for like enhancing the frequency energy. Just like, when you play music to the plants, when you play music to your pets or whichever, so they are okay. So, but if you're talking about physical cleansing, right, we will still recommend you, or in fact, you should use the physical, the tool, which is either the tuning fork or the singing bowl directly. So I hope that I answered your question, Shalin. Okay. So for those people who have just joined us, right, we are almost end of the session today already. So we are actually sharing sound frequency. So now what I'm doing is actually using a singing bowl, right? So as you can see that there are also various methods. Just now I haven't demonstrated the ohm tuning fork. So you can see this ohm tuning fork here, right? Earlier I did mention about having the ability to actually send pulse into our body. So this method, right, when you strike the ohm tuning fork is actually 136.1. This 136.1 frequency is pretty much a mid-ohm frequency. So you can actually strike the fork. As you can see, these are weighted tuning fork. Compared to the sound tuning fork, right, it's slightly different. Weighted tuning fork actually doesn't produce the sound out. It will actually contain the sound, but sending the pulse directly, right, to the end point of this particular fork. And you can send in the vibration pulse into the various respective points that you place it on your body. So it's actually physical contact, but you can hear, I can let you hear that very soft mild ohm sound on the condenser mic. So you try to actually hear and see whether you can hear the ohm sound. Please let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear the ohm sound from the condenser mic?
I on louder.
Okay, here again. Can you hear the ohm? So this is actually the ohm frequency, the ohm sound. Again, it's very therapeutic. So when you actually strike it, right, just imagine that this pulse is being sent into your body. You can actually feel the vibration directly, right, into various points that you actually place upon. So it's really very, very soothing. And most of the people who have tried that, right, they find it very amazing, because especially for people who have got like certain blockages, sometimes they have aching all over, then sometimes they wake up with a stiff neck or even migraines and even sinus, right? They just need to strike it and then place it at the various points. Instantaneously, they felt sense of relief. I don't know how to explain to you. You need to personally try it, but just by the sound itself, when you hear, right, it's already very, very soothing. So you can actually test it out next time if you are keen, right? You can just come over and I can do a demo in front of you or help you to send the pulse into your body. So you can place it at our different chakra points. You can get someone to help you. You can do it on your own. But some people, they might find it difficult because you need someone to actually help, especially if you're putting it behind your spinal cord area. But if you are putting it, let's say, just on your heart chakra, or even let's say your people who have sinus, just place it around here. Or even let's say you have people who are having migraine, right? You just place it near your whole entire crown chakra area. It will actually work also. Okay, so interesting, because this is something that healers, therapists, they are using in US, right, to help do healing for some people who actually sign up for their therapy classes or their session. I got a question from Judy. Judy was saying that I have a CD of singing bowls. I actually play this few times a week to cleanse my place, so it doesn't work. No, sound frequency does work to cleanse space, because music harmonics, right, is actually traveling around the space. But because earlier the question by the earlier question was Sherlyn asking whether can use that using the phone to cleanse crystal. So that one might not be effective because it is a totally different thing. When we talk about harmonics and sound, like CD music or this, because it is traveling out to the space. So you can actually use it to cleanse your space. But if you're talking about physically cleansing your crystals, it may not be as effective because you cannot be putting the music there. And then after that, you want to cleanse it once and for all. Unless you say that, oh, okay, it's okay, you can place it and put there to let it play for 24 hours or whichever. At the end of the day, yeah, the crystals may be cleansed, but you wouldn't know because at the end of the day, the intensity of the vibration, it's slow but steady. But you are talking about music playing around the whole space for a few hours. Definitely your house will be cleansed because you will raise and uplift the energetic level in your space. So I hope that answers your question. So CD works. The sound frequency can cleanse the space. I have actually shared earlier 417. It actually helps to eliminate negative energy in your space. That one is really more for space cleansing. So for singing bowl frequency, I'm not too sure the singing bowl CD that you're using, right? What kind of frequency they're using, because there are various singing bowls frequency levels. So you need to know. But if that particular CD is produced for house cleansing or space cleansing, then perhaps they have already used that specific frequency generated by the singing bowl. Okay, so I hope I answered your question, Judy. So any other questions before we wrap up today's session? I've done the whole entire different so-called demonstration. So of course there are different other methods lah. Like earlier I already mentioned, right? When we use instrument, different kind of instruments that produce different sound can also bring forth certain effect. Of course then we use different tools, like earlier Victoria mentioned about drumming, right? So when we hit a drum, sorry?
Giveaway also.
Oh, giveaway. Also PD is asking me to give free gift already.
Your book, your book.
Oh yeah, correct. Okay, so now okay, we haven't show okay, the singing bowl haven't shown yet, right? Okay, so you show the singing bowl, yeah. But the screenshot for the website. Okay, so earlier you saw the singing bowl. We have actually singing bowl that's also for sale at our website, right? So if you are keen to actually purchase them, you can also log in or even come to our shop lah. So we can actually let you test out the singing bowl on the spot as well. Yeah, we have a link that's up there in the description. You can click onto it to visit our website. Okay, so our website has just been revamped not long ago, so there are quite a fair bit of things that we have updated. So if you are free, just feel free to surf around and feel free to PM us or drop us a message if you need any queries pertaining to the products that's inside. So the next thing that we're going to do is to give away digital gift. So this time round, our giveaway item, right, is actually Sound Healing Frequency 101. So it's actually a digital book, PDF book that I have done. So for people who are interested to get the digital giveaway, right, so just type in the comment. So whoever who are interested to get this book, right, just type in the comment box, heal with sound. Okay, so for those people who type your comment heal with sound in the comment box, we will follow up with you to send you the link to download the digital gift from the comment box. So now just start typing if let's say you are interested to get the free digital gift. Okay, correct, just type heal with sound. So I saw Rachel typing, Ronald typing. Okay, keep going. So later part, once you type, we will actually send you the digital book after our session today. Next thing is that help us like and share the video before we will send you the link. So for those people who just come in, right, haven't like and share, just help us like and share first, then we will check that with the thing that you type heal with sound. Okay, so you'll get the digital book after that. Then last thing, our DIY, we have our giveaway today as usual. So for those people who have stayed with us until now, right, hope that you will have a chance to win our giveaway. So where's my sample? Can pass me the sample? Okay, I'm going to actually show you what we have prepared for you today as a digital the giveaway. So physical giveaway this week, right, for episode 6, we are going to give away 3 sets of cleansing mist DIY kit. So this is something that we have just launched last week. So it's actually this beautiful olive bottle with a pack of crystals that you can DIY your cleansing mist kit using this set. So what we do is that, you know, you can actually just create your own mist, your own cleansing mist. You know, this cleansing mist can be used either with distilled water together with the crystals that is soaked inside. You can either pour half a packet of these crystals. Of course, before you have to clean the crystals and clean the bottle first lah. Okay, sanitize it and etc. And then maybe you can use half of the crystals. So we have got amethyst, aventurine, and this rose quartz to be given away as our three gift today. So for those who are interested to get this free gift, right? So I'll teach you how to do it first lah. So easy way, just pour the crystals into the bottle. Then after that, right, fill the bottle up with either distilled water or pure drinking water, and then leave it over to charge it. You know, you can either charge it by placing it, you know, in you know, the crystals also can, because crystals is already inside, right? So you energize the mist, and then at the same time, right, you know, if coming up, this coming Thursday is a full moon night. So it's good to actually blend your DIY kit. But of course, if you miss this, never mind. You can also do it again subsequently, because this is like, you know, you can just keep refillable. You can just top up anywhere you like. Rina was asking essential oil needed. You can put essential oil, but because this is plastic, so I won't recommend if, let's say, you are keeping it for long. So if you want to put essential oil, you use already, because this is not for on body. If it's for space to cleanse your crystals or, you know, whatever, it's still fine. But because essential oil, we don't recommend you to actually keep this for too long. So because water will go stale, if you don't use base oil or whichever, right, then you cannot just soak it inside. But normally what I'll do is that after finish using it, I'll finish everything. Maybe I'll just do half a bottle. But because there are crystals inside, right, so if you put, let's say, 1-2 drop of essential oil, after finish using, right, you rinse it again. And then after that, right, you can keep it. Or if not, right, you just fill it with the water again. Water never keep more than 3 days. You know, because water will go stale. So but this bottle is very nice lah, because at the end of the day, if you go Daiso, whatever, to buy the bottle, it's just no normal plastic bottle. These are good quality spray bottle. Okay, so for those people who are keen to get this 3 set of cleansing mist DIY kit, right? So what should I do? I also don't know today. I haven't even thought of what to do, right, to actually give away the three gift. Got poll or not? Got polling or not? Yeah, so I'm polling, right?
Polling, you can't tell who answered.
Oh, cannot tell who answer. Okay, maybe today, what I will do is that, okay, for earlier part, the questions that I've just asked, right? Just name me 3 different cleansing method or cleansing tools. 3 different ways for sound healing. Okay, 3 different ways for sound healing. Yeah. So example I give you, you know, like maybe sound healing number 1, you know, because 101 inside all have one answer, is using singing bowl. Then what is number 2? Then what is number 3? I want the first 3 person who type in the comment will win the 3 free gift that I'm going to give away today. Okay? Type all in one comment, then enter. Don't split them out. So you must type 3 different. Type out 3 in one shot and send. Okay? For those people who are just like, Yuxia, you just type heal with sound. Cannot, you have to type. Yeah. Oh, that was for Hibu. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Oh, Rina was asking any special reason on or ritual for full moon recharge. Actually, not much on ritual, but because on the full moon night itself, the frequency is higher. And then, of course, if you place it and you blend it during full moon, right, it's very different. Right? Especially place it around crystals together with the water, just near the window to allow the moonlight energy. Or even you can prepare the water first before you pour into the thing. Just put in a glass bowl, right, and then just put it near the window to allow the moon energy to charge it up. Yeah. So you can either way wash and clean the stone again, but our stones are very good quality, so don't need to worry that you know, the stones itself will be very dirty, but you at least need to rinse it a little bit. Then after that, right, you can put the stone in a bowl, put some water, and then put it near the window. So during full moon night, this coming Thursday, right, just leave it there, allow the water and energy to be charged already. Then you can pour them into the glass, the bottle here. and you can put like maybe 1-2 drops of essential if you want. But if let's say, again I mentioned this is not glass bottle, so you really need to take care of it if you are using it, because I don't normally recommend to put essential in plastic. So this is purely just for mist, not for essential. But if you want, you can try, okay? But at your own discretion, okay? Okay.
Check answer.
So I got a few people
First
replying
one is
already.
Ryan Wong.
Oh, Ryan very fast,
Check
Ryan.
answer correct.
Where's Ryan? Okay, Ryan Walk.
Tuning folk music and singing.
Okay, very good. So Ryan got the first answer. Okay, then
Second is
singing bowl, solfeggio, ohm. Okay, correct. Then the last one, Felicia lah. Tuning
correct.
fork, singing bowl, music. Okay, Li Hua, you too slow already. You are number 4. Okay. Okay, so we are going to end today's session already. Yeah. So the top 3 winner, I just repeat again, is Ryan, Rina, and Felicia. Okay, congrats on getting your gift. Wow, Felicia, you very lucky, every time get gift one.
faster fingers.
Yeah, so it's good to follow me, right? You know, when you follow me, you get free gift, right? You know, every time, you know, Felicia has been always be the person that actually will win gift one. Congrats on all the winners. Okay, so to wrap up today's session, now it's almost 11. Thanks for actually staying with us until now. So we are doing our Facebook Live session every month. Follow us to actually get information pertaining to the Facebook Live. And of course, coming up, we also have got a workshop that's going to happen on the coming 24th of August. For those people who have not registered with us, if you are keen, the upcoming topics that we're going to talk about is aura and chakras. So it will be held at our shop here at 100 Beach Road, Shaw Tower. So we are going to post up, actually the link is already up. You can just Google or even go to our Facebook to actually select on the upcoming workshop, 24th of coming August from 1:30 to 3:30. So the workshop price fees is at $28 energy exchange fee. Then we're going to talk about aura chakras. We're going to talk about different topics. Everything is inside the link. So just click inside and register yourself, and then we will send you the e-ticket right 1 day before on Friday the event. So for those people who are still around and interested to join us for our upcoming workshop, just make sure that you register early. The link is at our event page, Facebook event. So just go to Facebook event and then just look at upcoming the Power of Crystals workshop 8. Okay, workshop 8. So just check out the dates on the 24th of August. So with that, today, I mean, thanks for joining us and with us for the last, today 1.5 hours, getting longer and longer.
Well, claim OT.
Claim OT. Yeah. So for those who have stayed with us throughout, right, I hope that you guys enjoy our session today, because it has been quite amazing and fruitful journey since we started this until today. So of course, for myself and for people who have known me for a while, right, I've been sharing a lot of things with people, helping people with various knowledge queries, etc. So moving forward, right, I hope that you guys can continue to support me and then spread this to more people around, because my intention is really not to just sell things through line. We should actually have different approach to help more people to gain more interesting knowledge and to interact and form a community where people can come together to actually share information, etc. So for those people who are here, who always join us on monthly basis, right, do help us to share the video. And moving forward, right, I've actually gotten my this producer here, right, to help me create short video clips that I can actually share, either in my Facebook or even in my this YouTube. So you can also go in to recap the last 5 episodes, some of the key interesting topics that we have actually shared, and she has nicely helped me to cut them out and do it very professionally, so I can use it as a content also to help to propagate and share it with more people. So I need your power to actually help me to distribute and share out to people around. Okay, so digital gift as well, same thing. You can also share it with your friends if let's say they need. So most importantly is that help us to get people to follow us on our Facebook and Instagram. Okay, then the next thing is check us out on our update regularly in our Facebook and Instagram. Then meantime, if you want to actually check out the Solfeggio Frequencies music that I shared earlier, just go to our YouTube, the playlist, which is already pasted here. So we have updated the link for the events, and also for the you shared the playlist also, the YouTube playlist, and inside there's also another playlist that's called meditation music. You can also go in. So subscribe to our channel. Moving forward, we will have more and more content coming up. Okay. Then the next thing is if you do still have any other queries or question, then just feel free to PM me lah. You all got my number, so no need to feel paiseh. Oh. Okay, so then if not, right, then we will see you on our next episode in September. So I will share with you. Stay tuned for the upcoming content. So any other things that you guys still want to update? Yeah, welcome Ryan. Yeah, Orina. Yeah, we'll see you at my shop. Okay, so if there's no other question, right, so I will wrap up today's session. So thank you everyone for your time tonight. So I will see you in my next episode in coming September, Jam Time with Glam. So hope that you will continue to support me, and good night everyone. Take care. Bye bye.